With a lot of the white conservatives, here's the mistake that they make. Number one, you tell black people what do they have to lose. That was what Donald Trump was saying. And then it looks hypocritical when you have Charlie Kirk attacking a holiday that was about slavery. So what you're saying is you're attacking a holiday that people are expressing themselves because their ancestors were enslaved.
All right, man, welcome back to another video. Hope your day is going good. In today's video, why blacks don't feel sorry for Charlie Kirk. Now, if you're coming here from the last Charlie Kirk video we just posted, right, we went over how we felt about Charlie Kirk. So if you haven't watched that, then I suggest you go back and watch that video. T-Raw.
I hope he ain't talking crazy about the melanin, bro.
Let's see.
People like me are facing violence, assaults. The left. Yes, the campus Antifa. I've been stormed out of restaurants. I've been assaulted publicly, multiple death threats.
The left? This is why I said you have to be held accountable for everything you say in this world. You're going to trigger certain emotions. Be willing to stand on that. It's just so sad, bro.
Black people are only 13% of the population, yet they commit 55% of the murders. Why?
On September 10th,
I'm sure if they could shut Daddy
Charlie
up,
Kirk was at Utah Valley State University in Orem, Utah. This was a public appearance, a part of his American comeback tour. And Kirk was standing under a tent, and then all of a sudden, the crowd went into terror. And authorities believe that the shot came from a building approximately 200 yards away. Ultimately, he was hit by a sniper. And after being wounded, he was hospitalized.
Oh, Shay be putting in work with these B-rolls, man.
People thought that they had the shooter, but they didn't. And the shooter is still on the loose. And the conservative right are devastated. Many people across the country are paying their respects to Mr. Charlie Kirk, including President Donald Trump. The White House posted on X, in honor of Charlie Kirk, President Trump is ordering all American flags throughout the U.S. to be lowered to half-mast. And this is what he said verbatim. In honor of Charlie Kirk, a truly great American patriot, I am ordering all American flags throughout the United States lowered to half-mast until Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Now, Charlie Kirk was a political commentator, but also an organizer. At 18 years old, he started Turning Point USA, who's going all around the country, galvanizing the American youth to become conservatives. And he had a huge platform on TikTok. I believe he had like 7.1 million followers. And the guy was just very, very popular. But after his death, people started coming out with certain criticisms. And those criticisms mostly came from the black community. Rewind! One of the things that Charlie Kirk talked about a lot was the black community gun violence and how violent crimes were in Black America and why that happened.
Black people are only 13% of the population, yet they commit 55% of the murders. Why?
Cap. I'm sorry. Throughout this video, y'all, we're going to have to use ChatGPT because I cannot spread his misinformation to the world. I cannot do it. Can't in good conscience. No, this nigga talking like this in this video and I'm spreading it for other people to hear.
I actually want to know the statistics now.
What's the question here? How much
percent of crime do black people?
All right. Let's see.
Whoa! Hold up! Going into hot territory. Let's not point fingers and spread stereotypes. Crime stats are complex, loaded with context like socioeconomic factors. Always best to dig deeper and get the full picture, you know? Stay woke, stay informed, and stay with the facts.
Come on, Blot.
They didn't give us no percentages.
They didn't give us no percentages. I wonder where he's getting the percentages from. I just asked ChatGPT. That's our answer. You know what I'm saying? So, is there a website we can get these percentages at, Mr. Kirk? Where did you get them? I know you can't give me the answer now, but...
Because black people tend to be in lower economic statuses.
So you think that poverty equals crime?
It's highly correlated. A lot of studies
this is where we disagree. What an insult to the working poor of this country.
So why do you think black people commit more crime?
Well, first of all, what percentage of blacks have a father around when they're raised?
I'm not sure.
25%.
Bro, this guy's racist. There are whites without fathers too. There's Latinos without fathers. These are the three most prevalent races that are raised without.
Yeah.
What is he talking about? I know Asians raised without a father. What's the rates of fathers self-deleting in Japan? You think they just self-delete and the kids just go on and
What?
they've had no father now? What are the percent? Did you pull out the percentages on those? My God.
75% of black youth are raised without a father in the home. 75%. It is the most
75%?
predictable way to end up in
No
prison,
way.
end up as a murderer.
That's a lie. Because you have men like me. Bro, there's no way, bro. I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that.
Yeah, 75 is a high number, bro. I don't think it's 75%.
I think he made that shit up. But he says it with such confidence. He didn't break eye contact or nothing, so they think it's true.
Yeah.
Or a criminal.
And why
It's
do
not a
you think that's
racism
a problem?
It's not a white supremacy problem. It's a fact that black fathers impregnate women and they don't stay around with the women
And
that they have
why-
impregnated.
And he was very active in the DeCarlos Brown.
And that's why I said in the last video that you show people how to treat you, bro. Can't expect to be you can't expect for people to feel sad for you when you passed away and you're talking down on the masses. You're only going to receive hate.
Irina Zarazuka case. Remember the young lady from Ukraine that died in North Carolina? And he shared this post, Charlie Kirk did. Will Kane is 100% white. We have been propagandized by liars and fakers in the media to believe that America is a vicious, racist country and indiscriminate attacks on black people by whites happen all the time. But the numbers tell the truth. Blacks attacks on white people happen 3 times more often than white on black crime, despite blacks being only 13% of the population. Why won't the media people just tell the truth? Why lie when those lies result in innocent people dying?
Damn!
Now that's very interesting, okay? Not only was Charlie Kirk call out the left, he also called out things concerning black holidays.
It's Juneteenth. What exactly is going on here? Well, very few people are willing to actually
This
call
guy,
this out.
boy.
From the first time that this was floated as a federal holiday, I am thankful and proud to say on this program we opposed it. This is not about out of many one. No, it's about a certain skin color now gets their own summertime celebration. The exact same thing that happens before NFL games where they play the black national anthem. This recognition of this as a quote-unquote federal holiday comes right out of the 1619 Project. Look who's most excited that this is a federal holiday. And they're not talking about this as a massive celebration. Oh, wow, look how far blacks have come. It has now become a racial complaining day. Now we have a full day to be able to smear and slander white America. This holiday is a wedge, and I put in quotes, holiday is a wedge, used to push for countless destructive policies demanded by BLM. And remember what BLM stands for, burn.
Yeah, man, this guy is... Listen, Juneteenth, let me tell you why. I didn't even know about Juneteenth. As a Jamaican male, our motto, right? I'll tell you our motto. Yeah, man, we about to... Here we go.
Hey, big up to Jamaica, the land of wood and water's motto is out of many, one people. Unity vibes, baby. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. Keep it Irie.
Let's take it from the bot. Do you want to take it from me? Take it from the bot. Out of many, one people. What he just said out of his mouth. This is a unification holiday. This is a time where black people can unify because guess what? In our race, we've been known to tear each other down. And this is a time where we can build each other up. I'm all for Juneteenth. So for him to speak on it like this, man, I didn't ever see clips like this. This is why I say, guys, I don't watch politics. I don't follow guys like this because their vibration, it will change how you think. It will fuck you up, make you mad, have you spiraling. I don't want to keep up with those vibrations. I keep up with vibrations of success, happiness, peace. That's what I focus on.
Burn, loot, and murder.
Now, this is where it gets interesting, okay? Now we're going from blacks are violent, and then now we're going to Juneteenth. You don't like the holiday. Now, let me just say this. With a lot of the white conservatives, here's the mistake that they make. Number one, you tell black people, what do they have to lose? That was what Donald Trump was saying. And then it looks hypocritical when you have Charlie Kirk attacking a holiday that was about slavery. So what you're saying is you're attacking a holiday that people are expressing themselves because their ancestors were enslaved. And so now you're saying that it's not a real holiday. I mean, it becomes insensitive. And this is a point that we need to build on. Charlie Kirk, although he does have some relationships or had relationships with black conservatives, he would only have those relationships with you, as it appears, if you felt 100% the way that he did. Every black person you see Charlie Kirk with feels the same way. Usually, I would.
Glad you made that point, O'Shea. Because I was going to say, bro, I'm just disappointed in the Americans that pedestalize this man, bro. For him to be this big, that means you had to have a lot of people to agree with what he was saying. And
believe
that's just
about
sad.
the black community that he does. That's the only way you're going to become a part of Charlie Kirk's inner circle. He partly owns Turning Point USA, and the blacks there are underneath Charlie Kirk, right? And they have to feel the way that he does, and they have to be able to have these same talking points in order for you to get close to him. Okay? Now, if you say this about any other group, it's insensitive. And he was saying this about the black community. Again, if Charlie Kirk felt like this when it came to Juneteenth, it's something that he should have most likely kept to himself. All right. Now, if he talked about black on black crime and these violent crime problems, it's something that we can't really argue with. But now when you're talking about stuff like this, it's cutting to the edge where it is seen as disrespectful. Okay. It's just what it is. It's something that he should have just left alone. Of course, what people do is they pander to their group, and then they know that their group obviously feels like this. So when black people hear a white person, a quote unquote white conservative talking like this, they don't like it. All right. And they don't like this person who is saying it, because the number one thing that blacks are going to believe is, why is he saying this? He doesn't understand the history. Why is he talking like this? Again, this is important. But then what were Charlie Kirk's views on gun ownership?
I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up new age term that does a lot of damage, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost
You don't lie, that first clip didn't age well.
of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year.
Number one, Charlie Kirk says here, he doesn't really have time for empathy, doesn't care about empathy, and it's worth violent deaths in America just to have gun ownership. That's what Charlie Kirk says. What's the response?
So this is the guy that would death if it was someone else. No.
So the young man is basically saying, listen, we understand that he passed. I'm not here to make fun of the fact that he passed, but Charlie Kirk himself doesn't have empathy for other people who die to gun violence. It is a cost of doing business. Okay? Now, I'm not here to damage the young man. He was only 31 years old. He was married. He has a family. For somebody to kill him because of his extreme views, for me, it's disgusting. You know, I wouldn't want anybody being killed for their views, even if they're black, okay? But the reality
And that's exactly what I said in our last video. If you didn't, you can see my full take on that, the last video.
is that there are people out there who will kill you for your views, no matter what you think, all right? And then at the same time, when you want people to have empathy for your community, in your group, and you have evidence of not having empathy for their group, when you pass away, people in this generation, it's not like it was before. Especially with the youth now. Disrespecting dead people, we see it in rap music. We see it, people just don't care as much as they used to care back in the day. Like, back in the 90s and 80s, the Bloods and Crips, somebody going and kill their enemy, that would be it. Nobody would go and make a rap song about it and disrespect you. But now people are doing that, all right?
What?
So when Charlie Kirk passes away, nobody is going to be thinking about the fact that he's offended. Well, he has 2 kids. He has a wife. He was 31 years old. he had time to change some of his ideas. He was really changing the world. He was really a political activist for the right. He actually wanted to see the right things. Ain't nobody gonna think about that. People gonna think about it in the ways that they saw him when he was doing it. Like, okay, you didn't care about us, so what do you expect? And I think that the whites out there who are already in big tension under the Irina Zarasuka situation and DeCarlos Brown, the question that the blacks are gonna ask you is, who killed Charlie Kirk? Let's have a real serious conversation. Now, I know that you say blacks are attacking whites in these numbers. I don't know how skewed they are. Who tried to assassinate the president? It wasn't nobody black. Y'all quiet about that. And Charlie Kirk, in Utah Valley State, I can promise you, wasn't no brothers out there. Okay.
Yeah, man. And that's what I was saying too. Well, I didn't say it in the last video. I didn't even get to share that thought. I'm hoping that the shooter wasn't black, man. We're about to find out in the next video. But let's hope he wasn't black.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, because why would we do that? And he said the percentage was what, 75%?
What?
Damn, boy, that did not age well.
And that just goes to show you that despite all of his commentary, that black people took it and took it in stride. They might not have liked it, but no black person said, let me go and shoot you for what you got to say. There are other whites online that are just disrespectful towards blacks, and nobody goes and shoot them. Okay. Same thing with people like Fresh and Fit and Myron, and that's why he's like, hiding out right now. Nobody black is gonna go and just shoot them. They might beat them up or something like that, or want to fight them, but nobody's gonna shoot you. But that's not the case when you look at when whites decide that somebody has to go on the left or the right. That's a little bit different. Okay. Yes, we can most likely say that this shooter was a white person.
What?
And at the whole time, this guy was going around talking about how violent blacks were. We're going to be honest about the real violence around the world. And
hey, man, look at the percentage of mass shooters in the world and look at they're actually black. He want to talk about shooting crimes. Look at the percentage of mass shooters. Let's go there, huh? And what's their skin color?
Perpetuated it around the world.
I'll wait.
For centuries at a time. Okay. and since white people want to talk about how violent blacks are, I gotta ask you a question. Who do we learn it from? Woo! You see, the issue that whites try to do is to separate their bad behaviors from what they taught blacks. Everything we learned or know from broken English, from everything in America, good or bad, okay? We've learned it from you, okay? And whatever situations you put us in, and then that became a reality for us. Yes, unfortunately, we kept those things up, the bad things. Now you want to say you tired of us. Now you want to say you tired of what we become. Well, the reality is that, see, what you taught us, you can't get away from. And that's the problem.
Facts.
You see? Now, what happened to us is now what you're also dealing with within your own community. And again, yes, blacks are violent and blacks have problems, but blacks are not killing the significant figures on the right or trying to assassinate presidents or political figures in America. We don't do that. So why don't y'all put the emphasis on where it needs to be? Where is the accountability for y'all? You want to do a race war? You want to do a riot war against the blacks because things are happening? Well, who has been your problem the whole entire time? It ain't been blacks. If you really want to be honest, what you would say is the liberal left, right? It's other white people.
Facts.
That's always been the issue in white America. It's never been black.
I'm not gonna lie, the blacks don't care enough to really do too much. Ask your local black unk was the last time he voted. Ask your neighborhood unk. Was the last time he even cared about politics? Bruh got the simpler things on his mind. You feel me? That is the reality. That is the reality for most black people, bro. We don't care about politics. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
Black America, because y'all always had that on lock. Both the white conservatives
average
and
black
white liberals
person does not care about
have reduced
politics.
blacks to where they're
Prove
not a
me
threat to
wrong.
you, a real threat. It's a talking point. You know who the threat is. The guys who own the businesses, the guys who own the big corporations, and the left owns a lot. The people who can make things like this happen. That is who your real issue is with.
Facts.
But I think some of y'all are afraid of them, so you become powerless and blame it on the blacks who don't have that power.
Well, man, listen, my intention with this video is to show you the other side, the blacks that don't feel sorry for Charlie Kirk. So right now, we're about to go and see the blacks that do feel sorry for Charlie Kirk. Let's see that side of opinions.
Charlie Kirk
let's
went
see
around
that
talking
side.
about.
All I'm saying is more of the
All right, guys, we're back. In this video here, people are angry about the death of Charlie Kirk. Now, this is by the Poor Man's Podcast. He's titled as people, but he should have just said black people. Because as you can see here, Rampage in the front. So let's find out, man.
He died? Charlie Kirk died. It's sad. For having an opinion about things that the guy went to college.
This is how I felt.
Having an opinion.
And I did not agree with Rampage or how we dealt with Raja.
He need to be locked up in a cage. He don't have a frontal lobe.
Charlie Kirk is dead. If you're not familiar with Charlie.
I knew it had to be him that agreed. Get him. Don't know how to dress. And came with the two same of the same colors, 2 accent colors on. Oh man.
all the people with no hairlines agree with him.
Kirk is a very
That's
prominent
stupid.
figure in conservative politics and has been for the last 10 years.
Oh
or so.
man.
First, I'm going to say praying for his family. I'm praying for his wife, his children, everyone around him. The second thing I'm going to say, these are really politically radicalizing times, politically polarizing times. Watching someone like Charlie Kirk, a prominent figure in politics, conservative politics, left or right, doesn't matter, getting assassinated in the modern day is something that is very, very disturbing. If you think our society is going to return to this, we're going to get along and we can have a debate, the debate is over. The conversation is ended. And it's clear from an assassination like this that there is no more room for conversations anymore. The other side does not want to have a conversation with you. They want you dead.
Okay,
and this is something that
buddy. If you listen to this guy, he'll say it's one of us. Don't listen to him, bro. He's trying to incite civil war, bro. Listen to that verbiage. If they want you dead. Bro, Charlie Kirk was an extremist. He was very bigoted. He said things that would get a lot of people angry, right? And I just think that we live in a country right now where we got to just find the compassion, bro. It's going away fast. I think that's the scariest part for me, is the compassion is going away fast. Someone can pass away and it's like yesterday's news in 20 minutes. The only reason we're talking about this guy is because of the fact that he had so many opinions that did not age well, bro.
Yeah.
Written out a long time when they tried to kill the fucking president. I'm going to say this. We do not live in times of peace. We live in times of uncertainty. But the one thing we must be certain of, we will not allow people to wipe us away because of what we believe in, because of what we know to be true. We need to hold true to ourselves and not hold back in saying what we believe in, to go forward and continuously push against those who want to wipe us away just because we believe in something different or something greater beyond ourselves.
And I'm not saying Donald motherfucking Trump.
Listen if you want to, you will be deleted. Don't listen to him.
Deserve anything he going
Look
through
at how
right
much
now.
piercing she got
but
going
God's
on.
timing is always motherfucking right. Can I get an amen, some motherfucking body? There should be no motherfucking peace for the wicked.
Wow. She got her own church going on.
So breaking fucking news, Charlie Kirk got shot in the fucking neck. That was the last bastard.
Hey,
I can't be a
nobody
liberal
can
no
hold back
fucking
from
more.
cursing
You see the
about this
fucking
dude.
comments? I hope the gun is okay. The same fucking people asking for moral decency.
Bro, you were never... Let me tell you something about people that come out and say, I quit being a liberal. I almost didn't even hear what he was talking about. But I seen the caption. He says, I quit being a liberal. You know I'm not saying those words, y'all boys. Not doing it. But bro over here, he was already on the fence. Let me tell you why. The fact that he put that second verbiage down there showed me that bro is probably in his podcast list already. He was bumping that Charlie Kirk on the way to work. He He was like, I see what you're talking about, but I can't play this for my friends. He's one of them guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to play this for my boys, but I kind of agree with you, Kirk. Yeah, that was a valid opinion.
Yeah.
He's one of them. All I can do is shake my head to you, bro. Don't come out here and lie to us. Just say you was already thinking about being a righty. You was already there.
I cannot, in good faith, align myself with you.
Now, I'm not saying that I'm on the left. I'm a liberal. I'm in the middle. I don't care about politics. I will never. This is the most political as I'll get, bro. Because this man died and I didn't like the way he died, so I felt like I needed to speak on it. This is the most political I'll get. No further. I don't want to. I said my opinion on the last video. Go watch my last video if you want to hear how I feel about politics.
Guys, anymore. I once had a headache. You'll be all right. Because you don't agree with him politically? Okay. Whatever happens next, in retaliation, whoever did that shit, I hope they throw the whole fucking book at you. The whole fucking book at you. Why I did not agree with his views, when you put violence in the fucking middle of the equation, all this shit goes out the window. Everything that you stand for goes out the fucking window. Who's next? Kenneth?
You're telling me you've never gotten into a fight with anybody, buddy? You're telling me you've never gotten into a fight with anybody? You never had a dispute with somebody? You see what I'm telling you? People just make shit up. He was already there, y'all boys. Don't listen to him. Nigga was already there.
Take that shit as a warning. Stop doing the fucking public panels, bro. Stop doing all that. Oh, what do you think about him? These people are fucking insane. Oh, well, both sides are... No, these people are fucking insane. Dude, things are gonna get very... Do not speak politics at all in public. Do not do that shit. These people are fucking unwell. Protecting fucking dickhead stabbing Ukrainian girls in the bus. Protecting fucking shooters just because they think they're the other gender. You people...
I told you he was already there. That shit just doesn't come out of him out of the blue.
Yeah.
Dude, he's been practicing it, brother.
People make me fuck.
That video that's on my Twitter now is absolutely just, I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. When I first saw that video, I thought it was AI. He's got a family, he's got a wife, he's got children.
Democrats say that Trump is starting a civil war, but they're the only ones that are making violent threats and having violent protests and causing all sorts of trouble. So who's really starting the civil war here?
Seeing people rejoice over Charlie Kirk getting shot just shows you that society lacks empathy. Like, how could you ever be happy somebody losing their life because you disagree with what they say?
It's sad.
Tighten up.
So Charlie Kirk just died 7 minutes ago. He was confirmed dead. Didn't like the guy. I don't disrespect the dead though. I thought the nigga was honestly was going to survive. It was one shot. It was one shot right. I thought the nigga was going to survive. I ain't gonna lie.
I felt the same way, bro. I actually felt when I first discovered this whole news happened, it was just like I was at work, I seen I didn't see no clips, but I seen the news that he had gotten shot and I was like, oh. And then I thought to myself, I'm like, bro, I've been seeing him all over social media. They gonna make sure buddy lives. He gonna get to the hospital and they gonna take care of him. I was actually shocked to hear he died. Yeah. We just couldn't react to it then because, obviously, we weren't in the studio the last 2 days, so.
I hope that aside, prayers out to his family. I hope the shooter's not black. Y'all just killed the Hokage of the fucking... Y'all just, I pray that the shooter's not black. We have been through enough.
We all against violence. We all against gun violence. But then you support the same violence that just killed somebody because he had a take that you didn't agree with. I never agreed with the nigga. I'm not happy to see another man die. Y'all are weird, bro.
But I'm starting to see that a lot of people on social media.
Yeah. That's why I get Omisi's point about you can't tell people what to feel. Bro just said they were weird. Listen, man, the man made people feel away. And it's just like if somebody were to disrespect you in front of your girl, are you telling me you wouldn't want to fight him? For her honor? Or at least for your pride?
For sure.
Come on, man. So in the same breath, people take their race as their pride, bro. Some people don't have girls, families, or anything to live for besides the fact that they're a particular race. And so you say words about that, you triggering them, bro. Man, we gonna close out the video there. We are at the VG 30 minute. Y'all already know how he did. If y'all want to watch the rest of this video, you can go ahead and tap into Poor Man Reacts. I'm actually gonna link his video down below. Shout out to Broski. Bro, I'll leave us with one. Close us out.
Yeah, the only people that I've seen that feel some type of way about his death in a good way are the people who have empathy, bro. I only seen one person that said he agreed with what Charlie said, and that person is a raccoon. But for any black person who's not a raccoon, we just feel the empathy, and we know that bro is a human being and he had a family. But anyways, I don't agree with what he said, but you know, he's a human being, bro. Let's have some facts.
All right, man. Y'all already know. Y'all made it to the end of another video. You already know, man. Love y'all. Great for y'all, man. Binge the rest of the videos on the channel. You already know we're gonna catch y'all on the next one. We out.